Hello, it's good to see you. I went to Aldi today. I did a little bit of shopping. The only thing I don't like about Aldi is I can't get everything I need there. I really wish I could. I think if I could do that, I would be so happy. But there's always something that I want to get that I have to go to a regular store. But that's okay because I can get most stuff I need at Aldi. And I went today and realized about halfway there I had no change with me. I had no quarters. If you've ever been to Aldi, you know that you have to have a quarter to put in the little. If you want a shopping cart, you have to put a quarter in the little slot to detach it from the cart in front of it, where they're arranged in front of the store. So if you don't have a quarter, you can't get a cart. And I really needed one because I knew I was going to get quite a few things. So I had a dollar bill, so I went into the store, and being the typical Southern person that I am, I didn't want to barge in front of anybody in line, so I waited through this whole line of people to get change for $1. And the cashier looked at me like I was crazy. She said, "Why did you do that?" I said, "Well, I didn't want to barge in front of anybody." She said, "God, don't worry about it." I said, I can't do that. I just can't get in front of people. She said, "Well, it just took 2 seconds." I said, "That doesn't matter. I was raised not to jump in front of people." So anyway, I got my change and I got my stuff. So the good thing is the lines at Aldi move really, really fast. I mean, those people don't play around. They get you in and out of that store. So I did get some stuff that I put in the refrigerator. I'm not gonna get all that out. Like I got some chicken breasts. I got some pork chops. I got a dozen eggs. I got a half a gallon of milk. I got some cheese and some lunch meat. So, but all that's in the refrigerator. I'll leave that in there. So I'm just going to show you some of the other stuff I got. Like the first thing, and I have it. This is the only Aldi bag that I actually used today, and I had some frozen, well, not frozen stuff. I had some refrigerated stuff in here, but I also had one other thing that I just stuck in here because it would fit, and that is this. This is a Crofton 12-cup muffin pan. And if you saw my soap video, you saw the one that I was using, and it was getting pretty rough looking. Normally, I would just use the paper liners, like for cupcakes and stuff. I would stick those down in there so that the cupcakes or muffins that I made didn't actually touch the muffin pan, because it was getting pretty rough looking. So I decided the next time I saw a muffin tin, I would get one, and they had these for $3.99, and I thought it was really nice. It holds 12 muffins or cupcakes, whichever you would want to do on here. It is Quantanium nonstick. It has Quantanium nonstick coating, heavy gauged for even heat distribution. 15.5 inches by 10.5 inches by 1 inch. The only thing I don't like is that they're actually not that deep. If you look, like it says it's only 1 inch. I would like it if it were a little bit deeper, because normally I like to make big, like chocolate chip muffins because kids love them, and every now and then I'll make those, or I'll do lemon poppy seed muffins. But these are kind of shallow, actually. I mean, it'll do. I mean, it's all right. I would like it though if they were a little bit bigger, but that's okay. It was $3.99. I thought, well, if I don't like it, I can, it's $4. I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep over it. So this was one of the things that I got. I always go through and look because they always have a bunch of stuff that's not food, and you never know what you're going to find. It's usually kind of in the middle of the store. They'll have, usually over near the produce, they'll have all these things over there. Like they'll have clocks and office supplies, rugs. You never know what you're going to find over there. Just they're all sort of special purchase items, and this is one of the things that I found today. And it was only $4, so I thought that was pretty good. I think everything else I got was food. So I'm just going to open my bag at random and see what we have in here. Oh, this, now I have bought these many times before. I love these. I take them to work for a snack. I don't keep them at home. My older son is allergic to peanuts, and my younger son doesn't like them. So it's really, I might keep a jar here for myself, but I don't really eat them at home that much. I only eat them at work for some reason. But these are the Southern Grove dry roasted peanuts with sea salt. It is a 16-ounce container and it's plastic. It's not glass. And these are the best peanuts I've ever had. I am addicted to these peanuts. They're so good. So I actually got 3 of these. I left 2 of them in the trunk. I figured there's no sense in carrying them up to the apartment only to carry them back down in the morning when I go to work. But I also have started buying these recently. These are Southern Grove mixed nuts in a little can. And they are less than 50% peanuts. They have peanuts, almonds, cashews, Brazil nuts, and pecans. And they are so good. And again, they are salted with sea salt. And they have a little plastic lid on top. And the bottom is this, I don't know if that's like aluminum or something on the bottom. So I have this little can of mixed nuts. And these are actually pretty cheap. I can't remember how much they are, like $2.99 or something. I mean, it's a really good deal. So I'll probably take these to work as well. And then I have a can of chicken noodle soup, which both of my kids enjoy this. Maybe one night a week we have this, mainly when it starts to get cooler, over in the fall and the winter. We will sometimes have soup. I have done homemade soup before, but they don't like it anywhere near as much as canned soup. I always get Campbell's chicken noodle soup. That seems to be their favorite. But I thought I would try this just to see how they like it. I've never bought this before. This is Chef's Cupboard, and it's one of Aldi's brands. I like it because it has the pull top, so you don't have to drag out the can opener, which is not a big deal, but it's just a little extra convenience to just pull the top off. So this is a Chef's Cupboard chicken noodle soup. I think I got 3 of these. Let me see. Yep. Here's another one. And I guess if they don't like it, I just won't buy it anymore. But it was really cheap. It was like 40 cents a can or something. So I just grabbed 3 of them. But if they don't like them, I'll just go back to buying the Campbell's. It's no big deal. It wasn't that much cheaper. It is cheaper than Campbell's chicken noodle soup. They also like the tomato soup. They eat more of this than the tomato. I like the tomato soup myself. And what we do when we make the chicken noodle or the tomato soup, instead of mixing it with water, we mix it with milk. So you just, of course, you pour this into the bowl and then you fill this with milk. And I just use whatever milk we have. We usually have 1%. I'll just fill it with 1% and then mix that in. It makes it taste so much better. It is so creamy and good. It is just absolutely delicious. And then you just heat it up like normal. You don't have to do anything different. And it tastes really good. With the chicken noodle soup, I mix it with milk. And then sometimes after I get it heated up, I'll put Parmesan cheese on top. My older son loves it that way. My younger son hates it. But sometimes I will also cook some macaroni or just little small pasta noodles, like the little wagon wheels or something like that, and put it in. It's really good with the tomato soup. And I don't know, it just adds this extra flavor to it that's just really good. And it helps fill you up a little bit better too. So this is another can of the chicken noodle soup. So I have 3 cans of that. And then this, as soon as my older son sees it, these will be gone. It's a jar of Great Gherkins hamburger dill pickle chips, which my older son is a pickle maniac. That boy loves pickles. He will eat this entire jar of pickles before the week is over if I don't stop him. So if I want any pickles, I'm going to have to eat them really soon or they're going to be gone. Like he comes home after school, he gets off the bus and he comes home and he'll make himself a snack, and usually it's a sandwich and lots of pickles. He loves these things. They're good, but honestly, my favorite pickle chips are the Walmart generic pickle chips. They're really thick and they're really good. I like them better than Mount Olive or any other brand I've tried. Now these are Great Gherkins, which I don't know if that's an Aldi brand. Oh, it is. It says it's, well, it says it's distributed by Aldi. So I guess it is. So this is a 32-ounce jar, so it's 1 quart of pickles. And they will not last. My younger son hates pickles, so at least they don't fight over. And next I have some more of these. You know, I love green beans. I have the Happy Harvest cut green beans, which I only tried for the first time a couple of months ago. And I really love Del Monte green beans. That's my favorite. These are just as good. Honestly, these to me taste just as good as the Del Monte. So I've just started buying these exclusively. I don't even buy Del Monte green beans anymore. I just go stock up on these at Aldi. This is a 14.5-ounce can of the cut green beans. And I have a second can in here. And I didn't really need any. I just figured while I was there I would grab a couple cans of these. Okay. Now one more bag of items to show you. And this is not all the groceries I'm going to buy for the week. I just, I had a few things on my list and went in there and got them. I'm actually going to do another shopping trip just to the regular grocery store probably one night this week. I have a box of Millville toaster tarts, which here lately my kids have been eating cereal in the mornings for breakfast, but sometimes they want something a little different. So I always try to keep at least one box of Pop-Tarts at home. This is a box of 12 of the Millville brown sugar, frosted brown sugar and cinnamon little toaster tarts. And they don't eat these very often. Every now and then they want one though. So like I said, I try to keep a few around. So there are 12 in here. And I also got, while I was over there, I also got some of the frosted strawberry toaster tarts. And actually both of my kids, a lot of times they'll have cereal at home, and then when they get to school they'll eat breakfast again. I mean, they sometimes they have 2 breakfasts, which you know, hey, that's fine. They're very active, and they're about this big around. It's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. I always make sure I have food around for them to eat, and no, they don't eat Pop-Tarts all the time. But I like to have a little bit of variety. If they'd rather have something other than the frosted, the brown sugar and cinnamon, I have this frosted strawberry. And there are 12 pastries in here as well. This is a 22-ounce box of toaster tarts. And the other box is also 22 ounces. And then, going along with the pickle thing, I also got the pickle spears, which my son also sometimes will put these on sandwiches with turkey and cheese and stuff like that. He will just put a couple of slices of pickles on there because he loves pickles so much. So these are the Great Gherkins kosher dill pickles. They come in this little jar. It's a glass jar. And it is a 24-ounce glass jar. It's a pretty good size. How many pickles are in here? We have about 16 pickle spears in here, which would be like 4 pickles cut up because it's cut into quarters. So each one of these spears is about 1/4 of an entire pickle. And the last thing I have is a little bit noisy, crinkly. Try to be careful with it. I have a bag of Clancy's pretzels. They are lightly salted pretzels. This is a 16-ounce bag. And they are the little pretzel twists. They have the sticks, and then they have the little knots like these. Like they're tied up in little knots. Normally I get this kind. Sometimes I'll mix it up and get the pretzel sticks. But these are very inexpensive. I think this bag was maybe $1. I'm not sure. But pretzels are a nice little inexpensive snack. And both of my kids make their lunches for school on a regular basis. And more often than not, they want to take a little Ziploc bag with pretzels in it as part of their lunch. So I always try to keep a bag of pretzels handy, and we just finished off a bag a day or two ago. So while I was in there, and it wasn't on my grocery list, so I was actually pretty proud of myself for remembering that I wanted to get some because I forgot to put it on my list. So while I was in there, I remembered and I got another bag of the Clancy's pretzels. They also have honey mustard pretzels, which are very good. You can get those in a large plastic container, and sometimes they also have them in a bag like this. And they're very reasonably priced, a lot less expensive than buying the honey mustard pretzels. Or no, I'm sorry, not honey mustard, honey wheat. They're a lot less expensive than the honey wheat pretzels in the grocery store, and they taste exactly the same. So typically, if I'm looking for snacks and stuff, I will go to Aldi if possible to get snack foods because they're a lot cheaper and they're just as good. So this is my 1 pound bag of pretzels. They are the mini twists. Is it there? And they look like little knots. And that is actually all that I have. I got a loaf of wheat bread, and I got some mini rolls. They're like little made of, I think they were potato bread rolls. And my kids each had one with dinner and said they were very good. I didn't have one. They're little. They look like little footballs. They're about that big. And I think I got a couple frozen pizzas. I did get chicken breasts, which I'm probably going to use to make some baked. I might try to make some barbecue chicken in the crock pot one night this week. And so I have the chicken for that, and the pork chops. They were center cut. They didn't have the bone in them. They were center cut chops. I'm probably going to bake those and add a little bit of seasoning to those. I probably won't fry them, honestly. Honestly, I don't fry them because they make such a mess and they have grease everywhere, and I hate dealing with that. So I'll probably just bake them. Like I will coat them in just egg, like just regular egg, and then coat them in some Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. So I just dip them in the egg, and then I coat them with the Italian seasoned crumbs, and then just stick them in a glass casserole dish and bake them until they're done, and they're absolutely wonderful like that. I don't add any oil or anything, and I bake them for probably 30 minutes on 350, and it's the easiest thing in the world. And both of my kids know how to do it. I mean, they don't, but I've shown them how to. They know how to do it. If they needed to do it, they could do it. It's very easy. And you just bake them until they're done. I mean, you may have to take them out and test them. Like, you'll take them out and then cut them in half to see if they're white, all the way through. They're not pink in the middle. But once they're done all the way through, you're ready to eat. And it's just the easiest thing in the world. And I do like the meat at Aldi. They don't have a big selection, but I've never had a problem with any of the meat that I bought there. I don't like to buy meat at Walmart. We have a Walmart neighborhood market not far from here, and I don't like the meat there. A lot of it just has no taste at all, and it seems like every time I buy chicken breast there, within a day or two, they go bad. I mean, it doesn't even matter what the date is on the package. I mean, I know they come in frozen. They don't prepare the meat there, and I think sometimes they thaw it out too soon, and it ends up going bad faster than the date says it will. So I try not to buy my meat there. I've just had too many bad experiences buying meat at Walmart. So I'll either go to Food Line or Harris Teeter or Aldi to get my meat. I don't get it at Walmart unless I have no choice, or I'm going to be cooking it that night and it's not going to sit around at all. But even then, even if it's not bad, it always tastes kind of bland, and I don't know, I'm just not happy with it. So my favorite place to get meat is Harris Teeter or Fresh Market, but Fresh Market's too far away. Or Whole Foods. Whole Foods has really good meat too. But again, from where I live, it's a pretty good drive from here, so it's not really convenient to go there. So, but Fresh Market and Whole Foods both have very good meat selections. It's really good. So, but that's my stuff. These are all my items. I didn't get a lot. Maybe next time when I go, I'll have more things to show you. But these are the groceries that I got today. So I want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.